Being tribal. All right. Welcome everyone
Wait,
to the sixth Tribal Council of YouTube Survivors Season 8 Samadhi Island. I am here with the Merge Tribe. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
So, Michael Hearn, another Tribal Council. Here we are. But now we're merged. How has this tribe been since we've merged?
Oh, we've been really calm. Like no one's, it's really quiet. No one's talking. There's no chaos. We all get along. Yeah, I think it's all sweet and kind. No, I'm kidding. It's been chaotic as fuck. There's been names thrown out left, right, and center. I think there's been more names thrown out than people who haven't had their names thrown out, which is a fun kind of anomaly. So yeah, I'm happy to be back at Tribal Council. I don't have a choice now. I can't win my way out of it. Now that I was winning my way out of it before. So I'm ready for the new phase of the game, as it were.
But the person who did win immunity was Ollie. Ollie, you were able to come out on top in the puzzle. How does it feel to have immunity at this first tribal?
Yeah, it feels really fucking good. Like part of it, like I'm happy because like everyone knows this is like my first individual immunity like ever in an org. So like that is the part like I'm wanting to celebrate more. But with how chaotic and messy this like tribal has been, like I'm really glad like I have immunity because I literally feel like had I not won it, my names probably would have been thrown out at some point tonight because literally like it seems as though everyone's name's been thrown out except for like 2 people.
So Sam, apparently everyone's name is getting thrown out. Have you personally heard your name thrown out of this tribal council?
I think everyone has, yeah, I have, yeah. And yeah, it was I don't know what the tactic is behind it. I don't know whether it's to pit people against each other. I don't know whether it's to get everyone to actually vote for me. I don't know what the strategy is behind it, but it's scary, especially in the first tribal hearing your name get thrown out there. But I appreciate the people who've spoken to me and telling me that they're not voting for me and that what I've heard isn't entirely the truth. So thank you for that.
So Jackson, is there somebody on the tribe who is necessarily like controlling the votes and controlling who's going home, or is it a bunch of different people going around and spreading a bunch of different information to make everyone confused?
I don't know if anyone's necessarily taking control, but I do know that it's been Austin that's kind of started to stir shit up with a bunch of people, and we're all comparing notes now. So I think people realize that, and hopefully that's the consensus. That's where I'm going tonight, but you really never know.
So Seb, Jackson laid it out right on the table. He's voting for Austin tonight. Austin's apparently been going around doing a lot of stuff. Would you say that that's a consensus that a lot of the tribe has gotten?
I'd hope it's the consensus. A lot of people, I was talking to someone earlier and they said the person I'm voting for is the person who is causing all this chaos, and the end point is Austin. He's been telling everyone what they wanted to hear and has openly said that he's playing a floater game. So I think this is the smartest thing to do.
Well, so Ken, if one side is voting for Austin, there must be another side that's getting votes. Who is that other side going to be voting for?
I don't really know. It's the thing about chaos is it just kind of sends strategies in a lot of different directions. People might be throwing the chaos so that they can flush an idol. They may be, throwing the chaos so that they can vote for someone no one thinks the votes are going on, or no one thinks would have an idol played on them. It really could be anything. And I think that, especially right at merge, I don't think there's necessarily just 2 strict defined sides. I think, especially in chaos like this, you know, I don't know.
So, Sunshine, idols. Jake, last tribal council, apparently got voted out with an idol, according to what Jake said at the end of the tribal council. So, are we afraid that another idol is going to pop up at this tribal council?
I mean, apparently, I mean, Alex, you're in my chat for this one. Apparently, I found out maybe like 45 minutes ago, like, apparently everybody knows who the fuck has the idol. Like, I didn't, but whatever. I don't know where idols are going to land in this. Am I like like I don't know where idols are gonna land in this whole entire like factor. Like, I mean, people are gonna do what people want to do. That was a bad question for me, Alex.
All right.
This is I haven't even gotten an idol clue yet. Like I've gone to every single fucking tribal. Like.
All right, Sunshine lagged out a bit there, but I think we were able to hear that mostly
Yeah.
coherently.
I heard it.
So, Kennedy, going
Yes.
into this merge tribal council, we have
Mhm.
5 people originally from Duadua and 6 people originally from Yanu Yanu. How are those tribe lines going to be visible in this vote, or do you think that tribe lines OG tribe lines aren't going to exist in this game?
I'd like to think that they aren't going to be, at least for this vote. I'm going to be totally honest. That's kind of how I'm playing this game. Earlier, I didn't really hear much. I heard 2 names. I told someone the 2 names that I heard without giving my opinion whatsoever, and it was immediately flipped to I'm gunning for those 2 people, which is not the case. After talking with some other people, I found out that Austin's kind of saying, oh, this person wants this person wants this person, trying to make like a spider web to confuse everyone. Unfortunately, I don't think Austin did his research and kind of knows who's talking to who. And a lot of that slipped up, and a lot of people, I mean, you're pinning the wrong people against each other, man. And so I don't know. I'm hoping that I made it pretty clear that I'm voting for Austin. I called the main chat. I said, "Hey, I heard my name. Austin's causing problems. I'd like to think that we'll vote as one tribe, but who knows?"
JJ, how split do you think that this vote's going to be tonight?
I guess part of me would expect it to be like a pretty easy 10-1 maybe, based on what everyone is saying right now here in the chat. But I've noticed everyone kind of looking at their phones, texting during this tribal, which makes me think perhaps they're getting Skype messages. So
I'm on Snapchat.
It's been a crazy day, Alex. I'm very hopeful that I'm still around for the next vote to get a chance to play more.
All right. Well, that's all the questions that I have. Does anyone on production, Billy, Julian, or Nick, if any of you guys have questions, go ahead.
Just one. Who thinks they're going home tonight?
I'm putting my hand up because I'm never safe. There is no safe.
I do have a bit of an open question.
Ooh.
So as we all know,
he has the idol. I mean, he has immunity.
He could have the idol too. We don't know that yet.
True.
so
Anyways.
how important is this tribal tonight, knowing that this is the merge tribal?
I think it's very important. It's always the deciding votes, kind of after, tribe swaps, mergers. Those are the most important votes because they're those that set the tone. And, if one tribe all votes together and the other tribe all votes together, then that's setting the tone for the merge of my tribe versus tribe game. So I'm hoping people keep it fluid because I think that's the best way to play. But you never know how this tribal council can affect anything.
I'd agree with that. I'd say that it's hard because we're kind of deciding right here, right now, how open we are to all work together. As much as I love OG Tribe Lines, as much as I love having that mindset that you have this safe alliance that's gonna want to work with you, it doesn't always work like that. And I want to be able to work with anyone in the game rather than, oh, well, I talked to these people first, so we're gonna put you on the back burner because I feel like that's just not the right way to play it.
But someone still does have to go home.
I'm hoping it's Austin. I hope it's not me. Maybe I'm being too aggressive. Oops.
Well, I have an open question too, but Ollie's got his hand up, so if you
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
comment,
I'll just say.
go for it.
I'm being patient and polite. It's the British way. Just piggybacking off what Hearn and Kennedy said. Personally, from what everyone's saying, if everyone's sort of doing the same thing, then clearly this vote isn't as crucial. But I think underlining, there's been a lot of chaos and a lot of messiness to the point where I feel like we want to just make sure that things are calmer, but then we don't know what that means in terms of votes. Like, just because we get Austin out, does that mean everything's going to be calm? Alabama? That's what I wanted to say.
And so I just wanted to give everyone like one last opportunity. I personally, when I play games, I love to take the last word and try to get all my people in a line and get the last chance to get everyone basically
Oh, we
everyone
know.
at the last second. So I wanted to open the floor for anybody. We've heard stuff about tribal lines. We've heard people haven't particularly been coming out and taking charge. We've heard stuff about Austin. He's not here. Does anybody want to make the last comment about getting people in line or towards this vote or anything?
Can I just say, before anyone comments, you just mentioned Austin there. I know we've had a lot of crazy shit, but can we also just remember Austin's currently not here to defend himself?
That's
Like,
true.
I just know people, like, no one's been personal yet, but I just don't, it for me, it feels like it's getting to a negative area, and I just want to remind people that Austin isn't here to defend himself. So yeah, if anyone wants the last word.
Rip Ben. That's all I got to say about that one.
Shout out to Ben. Shout out to
Stop.
Tyler.
We don't know
I
that
think
bit
I
yet.
want to say that if something happens and there is a majority vote and there's an idol played, I hope that there's a backup plan. That's what I'm gonna say.
Anyone
I
else?
just hope I'm not the backup plan.
Wait, what, Kennedy?
Said if there's a majority vote, so like I'm wanting Austin to go. If something happens and there's an idol played on Austin, I hope that there's a backup plan. Because I don't know any. I haven't been told anybody else.
The backup plan is William Sullivan.
Okay. Or Alex, I heard. I did hear that.
My under the radar game is getting exposed tonight.
Notice how no one
You're
does
not
Nick's
the
name,
radar.
I was
so we
gonna
should
say,
vote
no,
for
I
Nick.
love Nick. Nick's great.
What was that, Michael Hearn? What was
I
that?
said we should vote you out. You.
No, I heard the votes on Alex tonight, so I will be voting for Alex Jackson.
And I did not hear that. But with that being said, I am going to go receive the votes that are not cast for me, but are cast for you guys. Now's the time for you guys to do shout outs, call people out, do what you got to do.
Shout out to Dan.
Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Mark, Ben, Josh, Tyler, Jake. Shout out to Jake's idol.
Shout
Shout
out
out-
to Jay.
Shout out to Austin. Sorry that I was such a dick at this tribal. I really didn't mean it.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to Leo
Dan.
Minster.
Shout out to Dan. Shout out to God.
Also, shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to Nick Watson.
Shout out to Julian. Shout out to my mom and dad, but also my parents.
Shout out to everyone who has games that they're like, hey, come play. I know there are some people who are like on production in a game. So shout out to games that are going to be played in the future. And
I just got done-
advertisement.
I just got done hosting All Stars. I'm tired.
Julian, it's time for you to resume your player career, I think.
You think I'd get cast for anything? That's funny.
I would cast you. Maybe I should start an org.
I don't know you, but I'd cast you. You seem wonderful. There is one thing I have, Julian. Your profile pic is not completely white. There's a little line. There's like a little gray line.
I mean, it's no longer a white picture now. I changed
Oh,
it.
is it? Okay. It just bugged me because there was a tiny little line.
Yeah, I can't change my Skype picture on mobile, or it just becomes that. I don't know why.
Oh.
I see.
Can I shout out Jesse and Jerry from my pod chat as well? Sorry, I feel like they're gonna kill me if I don't, because they
I was going
always
to do that.
help me out.
Shout out to Rachel.
Love that winner.
Shout out to Alex because I feel like we all shit on Alex, but don't actually give Alex credit.
Shout out to Cindy. Shout out to Mac.
Oh, I love
It-
Cindy.
Shouts out to Mac. Gross.
I'm
I'm
not
trying to
shout
think of all the
to
people I know in prod chats. who are
Shout to Liam, who
guests
can't be
for
here
this game.
tonight.
Shout out.
Shout out
Shout
to
out.
Jade. Bill
Shout out to
Cosby
Crazy Keaton.
shirt. I love it.
Shout out to the LGBT, just all of them.
Just
Shout out to
all of
Catherine
them.
Zeta-Jones.
A shout out goes to Marky Mark, as always.
Shout out to anybody who voted Bernie Sanders in the primaries.
Shout out to
Shout out
Connor.
to anyone who got Niqab any altogether.
Shout out to Chloe for voting Michael in South Africa.
Chopping him during proxy times.
Shout out to every disadvantage and stuff made against me.
Shout out to specifically Evelyn's 2 extortions.
Yes, Evelyn was so good with those extortions.
Shout out to the coin bottle.
Shout
Shout out to
Savannah's
Endurance
Idol.
for being the theme of this game and us learning so much about it.
What is endurance?
Shout out to Tammy
The-
Faye.
Endurance is the TV show that like all of
Thank you,
the
Endurance,
idols.
for not
The
suing.
little kids thing.
We're going
Yeah.
to look in the votes in 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Shout out to if this is a blind side and somebody goes home, you all know where I stand and I love you all. But I hope it's not.
Shout out to that Kenny guy that taught me how to make chili today.
Kevin?
Oh, Kevin, that's his name, Kevin. Shout out
Kevin
to Kevin.
from The Office. How do you not know Kevin?
I don't watch
The
The Office.
Office.
Sorry.
He like falls over, like spills the chili. It's so good. It's so good. Shout out to whatever Jackson's watching on his phone.
TikTok.
TikTok. Shout out to TikTok.
Shout out to Jackson's TikTok account specifically.
Okay, the votes are locked, and I have the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol or a hidden advantage and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Ken?
Yes. When we swap tribes, I grabbed the idol from the Dua Island, this little Circe doll here. I'm going to play this on myself because, I don't know, it was too crazy and pretty much everyone already knows I have it. So play it on myself.
All right. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Ken tonight will not count. Anyone else?
Yeah, Alex. So I did get this at the Samadhi Island. Unfortunately, it is not a traditional idol. And so it comes with a constraint or certain condition, and that is I do not get to play it on myself. So I will be playing this, and tonight's the last night I could use it. It's only good for 2 travels. So who wants an idol? I don't know, like.
I'll
I'll
anyone?
take it if you're passing it out. I'll take it.
Please.
I'll take an idol.
So I'm going to play this on, let's go Sam.
All right.
Actually, Alex,
Don't tell me you have 2.
well, actually, in fact, Kennedy, I have a second idol. And this idol I am also going to play.
I was so shook. Can you put that one on yourself?
I can put that one on myself, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm shook. Sorry. You talk.
No, I'm gonna stick to just the idol on Sam for tonight.
Okay, so just to be clear, you are playing one idol on Sam.
This idol, I'm playing on myself, and that's that. I'm going on mute.
So once again, the rules of Survivor state that if hidden immunity idols played, any votes cast for that person will not count. This is an idol that was played on Sam, and it is a hidden immunity idol, which means—
I said I was playing it on myself. Sorry.
Oh, you said yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's an.
That's my bad. Any votes cast for JJ tonight will not count.
Wait, so is JJ playing 2 idols or 1?
No, JJ played one idol.
Played 1.
One idol for myself.
But has 1. Wait, but the one that you had for somebody else is now gone because it was only good for that one tribal?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Because you said it. Okay, I don't know how it works. It's not mine. I don't care. Proud of you.
Anyways. Anyone else?
I would like to give individual immunity to myself and stay safe.
Okay. No. All right. I will reveal the votes. First vote. Seb. Second vote. Sam. Third vote. Michael. 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Michael, 1 vote Seb. Fourth vote. Austin. 1 vote Austin, 1 vote Michael, 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Seb. Fifth vote. Liam. 1 vote Liam, 1 vote Austin, 1 vote Michael, 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Seb, 6 votes left. Sixth vote. Michael. Seventh vote. Austin. It's 2 votes Austin, 2 votes Michael, 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Seb, 1 vote Liam. I have to count. 4 votes.
5 votes left. Wait, no.
Yes, 4 votes left. Eighth vote. Michael. Ninth vote. Austin. It's 3 votes Austin, 3 votes Michael, 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Seb, 1 vote Liam, 2 votes left. 10th vote. Austin. It's 4 votes Austin, 3 votes Michael, 1 vote Sam, 1 vote Seb, 1 vote Liam, 1 vote left. 11th vote. And the 6th player voted out of YouTube Survivor 8 Samadhi Island. Austin.
Some bitches in this house.
That means the vote
That did not need to be.
5 to 3 to 1 to 1 to 1 tonight. 2
I
idols.
just think it's no. Can I just say something, Alex? I think it's really funny that people who want to work with me are the same people who want to vote me out. So like, make up your mind. Stick to one consistent story. Is all I'm gonna say.
Period.
You tell them.
Hard.
All
What
right.
were the numbers again?
5 to 3 to 1 to 1 to 1, and 2 idols played on 2.
Interesting.
0 votes.
Interesting. So it looks like there were tribe lines, but one tribe was pretty split. Maybe that'll be something we'll talk about.
Sounds good, YouTube. Bye, all.
Head back to camp.
Yeah.